Welcome back to Brick by Brick, the show that reveals the magic behind the movies. We're here today with the rising star, Veronica Kinkle. Veronica, it's great to have you here. Now, a lot of people say that you're an actress who blew up overnight.
Wait, what? No one blew up. I'm right here.
What? I don't mean that literally. It's just that you're an actress who seemed to pop up overnight.
Overnight? Do you think this was easy? No.
I know, it's just a figure of speech. Now, a lot of our viewers are wondering exactly how you got your start.
Well, I was on the show called Studio A. It was crap. It wasn't very funny. The people were lame, especially the director, but it got my foot in the door.
And what did you do after Studio A?
After the show, I had about 40 agents that were trying to work with me. I chose the one with the most masculine hands because they'd be the most powerful. Chelsea's great. She got me a really good commercial with Ever White toothpaste. They said that my mouth is flawless.
I remember that smile. Who could forget a mouth like that?
No one. That's why I'm starring in the new show, Judge Kinkle.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that show?
Well, since I was born, I've been judging people. Have you seen these eyes? They're judging eyes. And I was basically born to play this role. I play a judge who rules with an iron fist and a black heart. It's basically my life.
And a little birdie told us that you brought us a clip from the first episode of Judge Kinkle.
That stupid birds can't talk.
Just roll the clip.
Kinkle's court is now in session.
Your Honor, my roommate ruined my sweater.
What's your name?
Jessica.
Okay, Jessica, how did she ruin the sweater?
Well, Rachel borrowed it, got lipstick all over it, and now it's ruined.
The only reason it was stained was because I had to hold your face over the toilet while you puked. And your drunk ass face fell into the front of the sweater, which you don't remember because you were drunk.
Ew.
Whatever, I just want money for a new sweater.
Let me tell you something, Jessica. Rachel here did you a favor by ruining that sweater. That sweater was disgusting. Case closed.
That was great. I can't wait to see the show.
You're gonna have to because it doesn't air for another week.
Well, thanks for watching tonight's episode of Brick. Tune in next week.
Hi, I'm Veronica Kinkle. If you've been watching the show, then you probably know who I am. If you don't know who I am, then I don't like you. But here are some things that you should know about me. I love cats. I have a pet named Diego, and he's the most beautiful man in my life. I hate goldfish crackers because they're not real fish. And someday, I want to read books on tape professionally. I've always been good at reading books, and people tell me that I have the voice of an angel. Here, let me show you. He rubs his thumbs over the tips of his fingers. He's itching to touch me, I can tell, but he suppresses the urge. Taking a deep breath and beyond courageous, I reach for the hem of my t-shirt and lift it over.
Veronica, you can't read that on here. You can't read that on
Don't
TV.
tell me what to do.
Just give me the book.
I reach for him, my
give me the
t-shirt. Fine. Anyways, basically, you should know who I am. So let's get the show started. Dego and StarGrassChild are here tonight, so let me get the final episode of Studio A started.
Rocks. Yeah, rocks. There are so many different kinds of rocks, different shapes, different sizes. Yeah, rocks really rock. Some rocks are big, some rocks are small. Some people like to use rocks as balls. Yeah, rocks. Rocks. Find rocks in your car, find rocks in your yard, rocks in your sink, stuck in your teeth. Yeah, rocks. Yeah, rocks. There are so many different kinds of rocks, different shapes, different sizes. Yeah, rocks really rock. And sometimes for weapons I like to use rocks. I hit people in the head, they fall in other rocks. Yeah, rocks. Yeah, rocks. You can do so many things. Accomplish your dreams with rocks. There are so many different kinds of rocks, different shapes, different sizes. Yeah, rocks really rock. There are these kind of rocks, and there are these kind of rocks. Your heart is a rock. Your brain is a rock. I hate it when you talk. Yeah, rocks.
Welcome to another edition of Weekly Update. Here's a little story I got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with Ad Rock, MCA, and me, Taylor G. One last time, let's talk about the news. Researchers have discovered that methamphetamine may have flu-fighting properties. When they gave methamphetamine to patients infected with the H1N1 virus, they found that they fought the virus faster than those without meth. They not only fought the flu faster, but they also cleaned their houses faster, drove their cars faster, and painted their entire house faster. The vodka brand Maximus Vodka recently released a new brand of vodka-flavored vodka for men. The ads for this brand show scruffy-looking men doing manly things like fighting sharks, rowing boats, and mixing the vodka with a triple sec and cranberry juice to make a nice cocktail. A U.S. company recently created a new brand of edible deodorant called Deo Perfume Candy. After consuming the candy, it leaves the body through the pores, creating a sweet smell. This leaves consumers with a tough choice of either being that weird person that smells or the weird person that eats deodorant. It's sad, I do both. A team of 5 friends from Harvard sent a burger into space in a project they called Operation Skyfall. Astronauts said they're still waiting for their fries and drinks. A Texas man was arrested at a local Walmart after he allegedly swapped barcodes on a television and tried to buy the TV for $2. Walmart employees said they were shocked by this incident. Yes, that's odd. Walmart usually has such respectable customers. A 9-year-old Russian boy stole $4,000 from his parents' life savings to buy candy. Authorities say this is a unique case because usually when Russian kids steal money, it's to buy vodka. That must be my child running around. A truck carrying nearly 40,000 pounds of frozen chicken caught fire on its way to a supermarket in New York town of Chile. Authorities report the incident delicious. 24 pro-nudist activists met in San Francisco this week on the steps of City Hall. They hope to lift the ban on public nakedness and will decide next week in the courtrooms whether or not the law will be changed. All I can say is I hope they wash that gavel after it's been used. As you notice, there's no one next to me. I get the desk all to myself. So a few months ago, we ran an investigative story on the YOLO phenomenon taking over society's young adults. Recently, we noticed that YOLO seemed to disappear overnight. I decided to investigate the disappearance of the YOLO. Just a few months ago, adults everywhere could be heard saying the phrase YOLO. But what happened to YOLO? We thought we'd take a look at some of our past interviews and see if we could piece together some clues.
YOLO. It means you only live once. It's like science or something. It's like when you think to yourself, should I jump into that bear cage and pet that bear? Yes! You do it because YOLO.
What does YOLO mean to me? Well, YOLO is to live free and in the moment, you know? Like, live for today and not tomorrow, because every day is too short. YOLO is a movement. So live every day to the fullest. Day. And that is YOLO. Day.
Looking back at our footage, it's clear that you do indeed only live once, and it appears that YOLO itself has only lived once. Thank goodness for that. For the weekly update, I'm Taylor Glomstead. Good night, and get weird.